Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. In this occasion, I will explain about morpheme. A morpheme is the smallest meaningful and syntactical or grammatical unit of a language that cannot be defined without changing its actual meaning. For instance, the word love is a morpheme, but if you eliminate any characters such as e, then it will be meaningless or lose the actual meaning of the word love. Now, we can say a morpheme is the smallest grammatical unit of a language by which meaningful words are formed. However, this is how we may define what is a morpheme in linguistics. Morpheme has two types. The first one is free morpheme and the second one is bound morpheme. Free morpheme is a morpheme that has individual meaning and can be formed independently is called a free morpheme. For example, the word free, get, human, song, love, puppy, sad, may, much, but, and etc. All of the words have individual meanings and are a free morpheme. Free morpheme can be categorized into two subtypes. The first one is lexical morpheme and the second one is grammatical and functional morpheme. Affixes. Affixes are those bound morphemes that naturally attach type of word and used to change the meaning or function of this word. Affix, for example, the word man in payment, enjoyment, entertainment, and the word en in the word enlighten, enchant, enlarge, and the last one is the S in Joseph's, Laura's, and etc. Affixes can be categorized into 5 subclasses according to their position in the word and function in a phrase or sentence. They are prefix, infix, suffix, derivational, and inventional. Prefix. Prefix are kind of bound morpheme included at the beginning of different types of word. For example, in, un, sub, incomplete, injustice, unable, uneducated, subway, and etc. and etc. Infixes are those bound morphemes included within the word. There are no infixes that exist in the English language. The next one is suffix. Suffix are those bound morphemes included at the end of different type of word. For example, the word able, less, ness, and available, careless, happiness, shortening, and etc. The next one is the derivational affixes. Derivational affixes is the derivational morpheme make new word by changing their meaning or different grammatical categories. In other words, derivational morpheme form new words with a meaning and category distinct to the addition of affixes. Those derivational morphemes change. Those derivational morphemes like ness change the adjective of kindness. The noun care becomes adjective in careless. This is how the relational morpheme can make new words by changing their meaning or grammatical category. The relational morpheme can be categorized into two subclasses. They are the first one is class maintaining the relational morpheme, and the second one is the class changing the relational morpheme. I will explain in the first one, the class maintaining the relational morpheme. Class maintaining the relational morpheme are usually produced in a derived form of the same class as the root, and they don't change the class of the part of speech. For example, the word ship, hood in relationship, in leadership, and the word hood in lifehood and manhood. The second one is class changing directional morpheme. In contrast to class maintaining directional morpheme, class changing directional morpheme usually produce a derived form of the other class from the root. For example, er in teacher and is in boys and all in national. The next one is inflectional affixes. Inflectional inflectional morpheme are not used to produce new words, rather indicate the aspect of the grammar function of the word. For instance, the inflectional morpheme indicate whether a word is a singular or plural, past tense or not, and comparative or possessive forms. English has 8 inflectional morphemes, all of which are suffix. English inflectional morpheme affixes. The first one is noun. For example, the plural s in the word the courses, and it yeah the word the courses. When turning into possessive, is become jack. For example, we use jack and courses. When turning into possessive, they become jack's courses. The next one is verb, or the third person singular number noun past. For example, the word Jack teaches English well. The word s in the verb teaches. The next one is possessive and past participle and adjective. And after learning the definition, types, and example, we have gotten a clear picture of morpheme and more specifically, a morpheme in linguistics. After all, this is how we can define morpheme. That is all that I can explain about morpheme. I hope you can learn a new thing about morpheme from my explanation. Thank you for listening. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.